Bah. Today's supposed to be art, but I'm tired and drained and I don't know. Some would probably argue that I probably shouldn't have freaking gone live today, but freaking I don't know. It's one of those things where mentally I kind of need to, from time to time, like, I enjoy streaming to a degree that it is arguably better for me to stream than it is for me to just sit around and do whatever else in regards to freaking whenever stuff happens. Where do I want to start? I know where I want to start. Numi released a new song, and I kind of want to just start in Numi's segment. I normally wouldn't start with this song. I only partially freaking listen to this. It's not like Hush where I freaking skip it every single time, but normally I don't really like listen. But yeah. I just kind of wanted to... We might work on some art. I have a few things that I kind of want to work on, but I don't know... I don't know if I want to work on them right now is the thing. If that makes sense. It's so goddamn cold today. I don't know. I mean, I know why it's so cold. Thing is that it was 9 degrees the other day and it was perfectly fine. It is freaking... just barely below freezing today and it is fucking freezing. It's because of the fucking wind. Is what it is. But yeah, I don't know how long I'll stream today. I don't know exactly what we're going to do. And I don't know... man, I guess that's just the freaking long and short of it. It's a lot of I don't know. Freaking... I have been trying to balance so much shit, and why the fuck am I getting an email from the Game Awards? Do they know that I'm a streamer or something? The only thing I wind up doing, and I watch Joel and freaking Juniper and Giga's like yearly thing sometimes for the Game Awards. because I find it amusing, and they have the same, like, I don't know if cynical's the right word. They have the same freaking banter joke about the freaking Game Awards that I do. Because all I really wind up doing is freaking making fun of them. I don't even wind up making fun of them on the whole, because I don't care to watch them on the whole. I make fun of the increasing time that Kojima is there every time. Because the host, like I've established in the clip that I freaking have shared around again, and I mentioned semi-frequently, freaking the host just sucking off Kojima, like, the whole time. I'm sure that there's some people out there that think I hate Kojima because of it. Even though, like, in the freaking clip, I do say that freaking I don't hate Kojima. I actually like a lot of what Kojima, like his works and whatnot. I just freaking don't like that the host freaking spends so much time glazing him that they outright go and, like, tell the people that are actually winning the awards to hurry up and fuck off. At least this time there's, like, an excuse if so. I mean, it's not going to, like, beat the favoritism allegations. But Death Stranding 2 came out this year, and Death Stranding 2 is, from what I've heard, a very good game. I didn't play it because I haven't played the first one yet, and I don't have the budget for freaking buying a game the first year that it comes out. I guess I can't exactly say I don't have the budget for it. It's more along the lines of I refuse to freaking spend $70+ on a game. I mean, I refuse to pay full price for most games, just in general. The only exception I really make is indie games that I really like. I'll freaking spend the full money on. But I don't really have faith in AAA. Kojima's like one of the few that I have faith in actually doing decent work. You know, for the time being. That can always change. I've been bit by that freaking faith in major individuals before. But yeah, I don't care to watch, to be honest. I still kind of stand by my like point on Death Stranding 1. People constantly like talk about the whole it's just a walking simulator thing, blah blah blah, haha meme that's been around for how long has the game been out? How long has Death Stranding 1 been out? The original Death Stranding came out in 2015? No, okay, it's 2019. I was like, there is no fucking way, dude. First game from director Hideo Kojima after the split from Konami. I really fucking hate the way that overviews work on Google anymore. But yeah. 2019, so 6 years. That the meme's been a thing. The point is, though, that my stance is still that it feels like a Western director got told to make a Kojima-like game more than it feels like a Kojima game, I guess. I believe that's the exact way that I phrased it. I don't know, it doesn't have that magic to me. I'm told that the story's really good, but it doesn't really hit those points in my brain. Speaking of which, maybe 2016 is the year that I do. 2016, why did I say 2016? 2026. My brain freaking filtered for a moment there, because that's so fucking weird to think about, dude. But maybe 2026 is the year that I finally go and actually play through all of Metal Gear. Rather than just catching bits and bobs here and there. But we'll figure out. I mean, I at least don't have to worry about a full new computer in the new year. We'll figure out if I need to worry about like graphics card or anything. Because my monitor's been having some issues. I'm hoping that the graphics driver was the problem, and I hope that it would ideally be nice if that just fixed everything. Which, I mean, we haven't run into a problem yet today. Which is better than it was yesterday, where freaking... I had my computer on for 2 hours, it started doing the blue lines, and... Then I had a weird thing happen. I unplugged it and replugged it in. Monitor 2 died. I unplugged that, plugged it back in. Then a fourth monitor showed up on my freaking list while I was trying to fix things. And that was just confusing. I don't have a fourth monitor. I've never had a fourth monitor. But then I updated my graphics driver and freaking the fourth monitor completely disappeared and... Maybe we're fixed. I don't know. If I don't have to spend money on fixing anything, that's the ideal situation. Do I have 100% faith that that's how it's going to play? No. My faith in things working the way that they're supposed to is still a bit a bit fucky. I would very much like for me to not have to worry about it, but I never know for sure until, you know, it happens. I'm slowly starting to actually warm up finally. I can take these gloves off at the very least. Sorry to break immersion on that, but the gloves do not stay on registered trademark IRL. I do not shower with my gloves on and whatnot. I know, I'm a fraud. I'm a fraud as a Nasu. But yeah, I freaking... Oh! I am, like I said, I'm rather tired. I got up super late. I actually got to sleep at a not too terrible time. It wasn't the best, but it also wasn't like some days where I freaking don't get to sleep until near noon, which is really fucking bad. I won't even freaking deny that. But I wasn't too bad off. I'm just freaking tired, and then life stuff happens, so we're in another spot where freaking, I don't know. I posted on everything. Aside from Discord. Discord's like the only place that didn't get the announcement that I was debating if I wanted to stream today. But then I decided I kind of I like streaming, and streaming is a good way for me to freaking like how do I put it? Keep my mind occupied is one way to put it, I suppose. Just kind of have something to actually do rather than festering in freaking brain stuff and whatnot. So, you know, it's honestly just preferred to stream when I can. And it's scheduled. Like I said, I might still do art today. It kind of just depends. Or I might just yap for a while and then and then work on stuff off stream. I don't know. Because I know how things go from time to time. If I'm in like a certain mental state, things don't get actually done, and then I just get frustrated and then freaking wind up having to reset the entire thing after stream anyway. Like we had the Rayora, we've had the Dream Creatures. God, the mother on the Dream Creatures is like by far the worst in that regard. Like I just need to completely redo her. One of these days I will. I actually stumbled onto that sheet again yesterday while I was... What was I even looking for? Oh, right, an old concept, a different old concept design that I was looking for. Because I still needed to look at the hair that I did for that. Because I was redesigning that character. Well, not redesigning, but I was redesigning that character, I should say. because the person that the character was for has recently gotten back into working on stuff again. So I felt like it was a good opportunity to finally do that, ironically, a year later. I meant to do the shading on that last night, but due to us not ending VTuber Vault until fucking, what was it, 4:30 a.m.? Yeah, because we started at 11, ran 5.5 hours. Longest VTuber Vault to date. Though I might try to freaking keep it to where that is the upper limit, because I do run out of Cafe de Toho at that point. Because Cafe de Toho is 5.5 hours long about. I think it's actually almost exactly 5.5 hours long. Which, you know, I set as the freaking background music for VTuber Vault because I thought that there was no way that it would, you know, be overshot. I have apparently gotten way too good at yapping, and my guests are way too good at yapping. So here we are. We're I chose something extremely long specifically so that we wouldn't have to worry about changing music. Is now we we reached the end of it. A little funny. I don't know. I definitely think that this season has definitely shown my improvement over the years. Like, sometimes I have my doubts as to, like, me improving as a creator, as, you know, just in general. Because it's a bit hard to quantify. It's a bit hard to quantify, like, improvement as without any reference points, right? And where I can use, like, my old art as a reference point compared to my new art to see, hey, yeah, this is where I've improved, this is where I've improved, this is where I can still improve, this is where I've improved. I've overall improved. Until I wind up having, like, an overall reference point like VTuber Vault, I guess is the best way, like, operatively as the one we're talking about right now. Until I have a reference point like that, I don't know. I don't know if I've improved or where I've improved. And I sure don't know, like, I sure don't know, like, on a personal level, if I've improved, because I get overthinking due to you know, instances where I wind up having people I separate from, for instance. And it's like, yes, I've gone down in number of friends as a result of that, or I gain friends, and I'm like, yes, I have gone up in number of friends. And I don't know how to exactly quantify it, like, I don't know. That's the problem with having a, like, an analysis type brain, I guess. Analysis class autism, I don't know. Freaking but I don't know exactly, just based off of feel. And then sometimes I just wind up having those moments where I'm just like, oh, yeah, I have improved in certain aspects, right? And having, like, an actual, like, point of reference where I for sure have improved is it helps for sure. It's better than just having to guess. But then I wind up, I don't know, I overthink on a lot of things, I guess. I mean, obviously, just in general today, I'm overthinking on a lot of things, just... It's why we freaking are yapping here instead of working on art like it's on the schedule. I mean, it's also why we're yapping here instead of me freaking... just not having started stream or anything, because, Jesus Christ, if I freaking... have to keep myself to... If I have to... force myself to keep concentration and shit, I'm gonna lose it, dude. Well, we play it by ear in the end. That's kind of just the freaking rule of thumb at this point. I'll probably wind up having today just be a little shorter because I do have a few things that I do need to do in the background. It's not even, like, exclusively the background. I mean, I did mention yesterday that I had... I want to get some voice acting stuff done, but that's separate from the things that I really need to focus on, and I'm unsure if I'll get it done in time is the problem, because... Because the time that I thought I had to finish up some of the projects is notably shorter than I originally anticipated. Not even anticipated. The time that I thought I had to finish up the project was stated to be one thing, and then was revealed later to be... miscalculated, I guess, is the best way to put it. Let me look at something real quick. I might actually just, in general, be... Oops, I actually did want to be in that folder. It's in the announcements segment. Fuck! Yeah, it's all kinds of fucked, dude. I don't know if we'll have a Saturday stream. Sibling Saturday is already functionally canceled. Pepper wasn't really feeling up for it. And I don't know. I mean, in the end, it kind of depends on how things play out, I guess. On if there will be any stream on Saturday. Because obviously, if things play out the way that on paper is planned to, there definitely will not be. Ideally, things don't play out the way that they are on paper. But who knows? We can just hope for... We can just hope and freaking figure out how things play out from there. Because I certainly never know what's going to happen from day to day. I don't think anyone really knows what's going to happen from day to day, though, so that is what it is. Hmm. I already I freaking shifted the original plan for the schedule around already is the thing. Because I knew that I had an approaching deadline. And then I got sprung onto me that the deadline's even closer than originally thought, so... But what do you do? I really gotta pee, so... Since ad break is almost here, I'm gonna go do that real quick. I'll just hit ad break slightly early. Guide me. I only need to fucking vacuum any. But my vacuum's fucking dead at this point. I mean, it freaking lasted like 2 decades, so, you know, it is what it is. One moment while I get myself some chips here. But yeah, I don't remember where I was before I walked off. I may still end at midnight like I normally do. But I have no idea if anyone's going to be awake at my father's house. Because I was supposed to help him with a little bit of tech stuff. I mean, I got one of the two things, but the computer room was being used for something else important. So I didn't take care of everything because I didn't want to barge in and be like, oh, hey, I need to do this thing. You know, this thing that can be done at any time. Technically speaking. I mean, technically, it can only really be done while my father's available. Since it's his shit. Because it's kind of pointless for me to freaking sort out account information stuff for him. And him to not know what any of the info is. Granted, some would argue that freaking anyone spending less time on the internet because their accounts are locked out is arguably, if not even arguably, somewhat. I mean, we started off with some would argue, but some would argue that being forced to take a break from the internet is actually a positive experience. I mean, I'd definitely join. I'm definitely part of that group. Freaking Jesus fucking Christ. We talked plenty last night about how much shit's just constantly going on, dude. But yeah, I'm debating what I want to do. I'm just... How do I put this? Kind of playing things by ear to a certain degree. I don't know. And I'm kind of skimming through freaking... art on Twitter right now, to be honest. Cleaning tabs, you know. It's strange that I wind up freaking defaulting to this whenever I get offset on actually working on art. I'll be like, I'll work on art, and then something happens and I at some point hit 7? What the fuck? When did I hit 7? But something happens and then I at some point... and then I don't, like... I either don't have the motivation, or something leads to where I can't work on art. Like a certain someone laying on my tablet stand. And then I start cleaning tabs. Which is where I'm at right now. I'm cleaning up tabs again. While I'm trying to think. It is kinda... brain fog? The funniest thing is I have a few things that I could do. Asterisk. But all of them are things that are, like, set for other days and whatnot, and I don't want to, like... I mean, I kind of need to continue to do a little more Tohomon grinding. That way I can get... I did get Flan. That way I can get Patchy and Flan up to snuff. And technically I should get everyone else up. I got them up to level 40. And Momoyo is... What is Momoyo? Level 48, I think? It's either 46 or 48. But I wound up working toward leveling them all up. To a reasonable state, at least. The fuck did I just bear witness to? But I'll work on some 3D modeling tomorrow. 3D modeling has actually taken a bit of a backseat this year. Luckily, I didn't have a whole lot that I wanted to do for it. I mean, I wanted to get this outfit ported over, but, like, I keep saying ported over like it's that easy. I have to model it over there. But I wanted to do this model. Or this outfit, not this model. This model is the base model anyway. But I want to do some outlining stuff so that the mouth is actually visible when it's closed. I want to adjust the texture on the eyes. Shit. My brain skipped a spot. Hey Wink, how you doing tonight? Next question. Yeah, I made this model. I make all of my own models. Why do I feel a sense of deja vu? I mean, depending on how I'm feeling, in the new year, I'll probably be making a whole new model. Which is going to be quite the process, based off of what I want to do for it. Put this in this. It's the only place that I can think of putting this. But based off of how the year's ending off, I don't know if I'll have the, I don't know. I don't know how my motivation's gonna look, come New Year. So as per usual, just get there when I get there. My primary focus right now is the 3D model. Wow. Alright. I just decided to freaking have those chips while and think a little bit. Uh-huh. It did, I did kind of think of something, while I was munching. It was another one of those freaking spiderweb leads to one thing, leads to one thing, leads to one thing things. Partially related to someone that I follow, and also partially related to, also partly related to a thing that I did a few months ago that I've since deleted. But someone recently has had some issues with their internet presence. They've had issues with people spamming them, which is getting them flagged as I mean, it's getting them flagged as spam, and they mentioned how it was becoming an issue. And it did kind of dawn on me that, like, it would lead to people intentionally doing the spamming because it's harming her, like, her reputation and her freaking mark in the algo and all that. Simply for the fact that they now know that since they don't like her and it causes actual harm, that they can just do it and it'll continue to do it. And it kind of reminded me of my video about people being shitters in their, like, overzealous amount to defend mean, I guess that it's not really, like, them... They're not, like, directly comparable, right? One is people, like, flat out doxing people and whatnot. The other one's just people manipulating the algo. But I talked about that, and it just dawned on me that, like, if there hadn't been... If that video hadn't been, like, made moot in, like, 2 months, and I hadn't removed it, then it might have, like, in itself caused... I mean, to put it the way that most people do, false flags kind of deals. Where people do the thing that is being talked about in the video and act like they are part of the group that's mentioned originally, but they do it intentionally in order to freaking cause more issues, rather than them just, you know, hey Bill, how you doing? Rather than it just being a natural thing that happens. I don't know. The internet's a weird place. I am holding in there, hanging in there, somewhat doing as okay as can be expected. I have visitors. Give me 1 moment. I will be right back. Alright, I have returned. For the time being, I have 15 or so minutes before freaking ad break hits again, so I'll probably just wait until then to freaking hit the bathroom. But yeah, that was something that just kind of came to mind while I was munching as freaking... how things wind up just kind of cycling back around just because you bring attention to them and whatnot. I really, really dislike when people don't have VODs on at all. Because I don't know what time they go live in that case. I don't know if I'm actually going to catch any of their streams or if me following them is just going to lead to me unfollowing them like shortly after, by the time that I actually know when they go live. Well, I just gotta do it and then hope for the best. I am kind of debating what I want to do. I do have a demo that I could do. Well, technically it's playtest, but still. We'll just go into... this, I'll freaking boot up game, and then... I'm always a little bit apprehensive on like these restoration kind of games. Because I've played... Tiny build is a very ominous thing. I know the tiny build like tends to do some decent work, but I don't know, there's also been a few instances where they've just not. Where they just kind of let something fall to the wayside because they have another game that they want to freaking focus on. I mean, freaking, first and foremost, freaking the pile of games that they originally. Hey Eli, how you doing tonight? Thanks for the hydrate. The pile of games that they freaking threw to the wayside because they freaking wanted to give all their money to freaking, what is it? The neighbor game? What the fuck was the game called? Then they made a sequel to it or whatever. Hello Neighbor. Freaking apparently, instead of Hello Neighbor being the first thing that shows up now, it's My Sexy Neighbor 2. Which I feel like this is AI just looking at this. Obviously, I can't freaking... Oh, yep, there it is. AI-generated content disclosure. For the logo. Well, at least they're honest, I guess. Next question on that, how am I? Either way. But yeah, Hello Neighbor, and then they made like a sequel or something. So I'm a little apprehensive to just freaking jump straight into the appreciation of tiny build at this point. Why do I have a freaking bloody glove here? What did I do? Where do you want to put this? Where do I want to put this? Here, maybe? Go here. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is at all. Oh, this is just the box itself. Where's the drawstring at, dude? Why do I have so much shit in here? This looks like the drawstring here, but it's apparently not. Oh. It's a lever instead of freaking a drawstring. That's weird, but okay. $2,000 per week, okay. Oh. Back plate. I don't know why it keeps bringing this up. Like front and center. Oh, yippee. Hi. So the circuit board's the thing that's fried. What up? Okay, and? Sure. I'll just set that there for now. Well, I don't need professional gamer. I'll just put this over here for now. Hey Simon, how you doing tonight? I think I'm winning. Oh, hi. I'm hanging in there. I'm also very tired. Freaking, I ran really late last night and freaking. I slept a lot today, but I don't know if it was exactly, and I don't know. I don't know if it wasn't that it wasn't enough, but I still do feel tired. Hmm. 40K for a license? God damn. I I went to sleep at like 9:30 or something like that, and then woke up at 5:30, I think, or not 5:30. Like was it 5:30? It might have been 5:30 that I woke up. Well, this... Just a cleaning order? Sure. Just a cleaning order? Sure. Clean and repair? Clean and repair. This is the cleaning order. I'll take that for sure. If I have time for the others, I'll freaking do those. Okay. How do you people get so much dust inside your machines, dude? All right. There we go. Right battery first. Then this goes on. How do you people get so goddamn dirty? Speaker's dirty. This one I know is dirty, I can see that. Is there anything else that's dirty on this? Points where... Well, none of the parts are labeled as broken, so... Fuck it, it's 1,000 I've made. How are you doing tonight, though, Ray? Battery's fucked. Good to know. I don't even know what part I need for this. I know that something's not right. I haven't freaking gotten everything yet. The bulb's also fucked. I'm hanging in there. Circuit board's fried. Sure. Monday. Oh, I can already see some issues here. Jesus Christ, that thing's fucked. Ruined, ruined. Let me see here. Toss that in there. Display frame is still dirty. Antenna's dirty. Alright. Put this off to the side for now. I stinky. I swear, the sheer amount of shit that they have inside all their electronics. Everyone around here is a goddamn chain smoker. And back panel. Can I help you, Stinky? This is absolutely filthy, dude. Ah, Jesus. Okay. Well, that was relatively easy. Can I help you? Oh, now you're focused on my mouse? Is that what it is? You goof? I'll just take care of this while I'm here. It's dirty as hell, but freaking... Aside from that, it's not all that bad, it looks like. I've yet to run into an actual broken part in this thing. There we go. Alright, Wi-Fi board. Not the Wi-Fi board? Oh no, the Wi-Fi board. Metal frame. Motherboard. Display frame. Control board. Display. Front panel. Disk drive. Okay, that's cute. Again, with the old master going missing. Here, I'll take your survey. How long did it take? About an hour. Hmm. Buying stuff on the internet. Good. Economy and progression I'll put as good for now. UI convenience. Sure. Tutorials. They're good. I like Bucket the most, I'm gonna be honest. Favorite object would probably be that last one. That had quite a few parts. Hmm. Based off of how much Power Wash is, I guess I'd just put it around the same price as that. They've got the same amount of content. We're nearly at midnight. I don't really have much to yap about, to be honest. I just kind of wanted to chill and take my mind off things for a bit. I don't know if anyone's really doing anything that I want to raid into. Well, definitely not for King in the same category. Hmm. Let's see if there's anyone that really stands out that I want to raid into. And I guess that mostly means as far as people in categories that I want to raid into right now. Merpstein and some return to Moria. I mean, I guess this game's kind of similar. Assuming that you have raids allowed, you do not, it seems. We might go raidless. We'll break from what we normally do. If Merp has raids allowed, then we'll freaking raid into him, because it's been I've raided Merp recently? When did I raid Merp recently? Fuck it. Yep, raid's going through. Alright, tomorrow if I'm streaming, it'll be on other site. There's the socials. You can join the Discord. Follow me on Blue Sky, or follow me on Twitter to keep updated and keep up to date on things such as when I go live, what I'm going live with, and Art Legacy in the Corner, and we were supposed to work on tonight. it also has all my other socials from Pixiv to the Grams and TikToks and all that shit. I have no real other announcements. Saturday is probably the most play it by ear day of this week. That being said, I'm gonna call it for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for the follows, raids, all that good jazz, and sorry that today was a bit shorter. Things are just happening in life. Love y'all. Bye.